Hi, Joe and Anthony here.
Today we're going to talk about one of the common mistakes we see in amateur play, the sway. More often than not, I'll see a golfer that will take the club back and their body will be positioned outside of their trail leg, okay? Now a common fix for that, from a pure teaching perspective, would be to hit some shots with your trail leg up on a small incline. So when the club is taken back, your weight is positioned a little more on the inside of that trail leg versus the outside of the trail leg.
Now, sometimes there's an issue with a drill like this in that you might not have the mobility in your hips or the stability to accomplish what Anthony wants you to, even with this aid. So this might work great for some of you, but not as well for others. So here's where the fitness professional might come in and be of some help. So Anthony, if you mind, can you face the camera for a second? So what I'd have Anthony do here is just set up, and the first thing I want to just see is, can he separate his hips from his torso? And when he does that, does he have rotational movement or is he more lateral? So Anthony, go ahead, let's go right and left, slow control, just the pelvis rotator. So not a shocker here. Anthony has both a good range of motion and he's rotary in his movement, which means like that drill should work for him. Now, if we go in a scenario, you can relax for a second there. If Anthony was more lateral, now sometimes it's a motor learning issue, but sometimes that means he just simply doesn't have the mobility. So if we're looking at a mobility issue, here's a really easy drill that you can do. Anthony, would you mind laying on the ground with your head towards the camera, your feet towards me? You're on your back, your knees are bent, your feet are wide. All right, so from here, you might not be able to see all of Anthony, but that's okay for this. This is version 1 of what's called the hip drop. So Anthony's go ahead and drop both of his hips off to the side. Now what's going to be really important is that shoulder, the opposite one, stays connected. And all he's going to do from here is open up the right knee as far as he can. This one lags, and he lets them both come across all the way to the ground. And then the same thing when he comes across. So now he's going to open up the lead knee, this one trails, and then go ahead and come across. All right, so that's a quick and easy hip drop mobility fix that might work for you, again, if you're one of those people that are going laterally, sliding and swaying. Let's just do one more thing real quick. So I think I ask you to pop up one more time for me. All right, now let's pretend like we're in a scenario where Anthony just had a complete inability to separate and likely had a really hard time posting up on his hip. So in this case, it's all kind of going together as one. Another really easy drill Anthony could do. Would you mind putting that on your ankles for this? So all Anthony's going to do here is try to activate his glute medius, which is on the outside part of his hip. That's going to help him stabilize a little bit better. So all I need to do is you can grab a club if you like. So we're just going to take some lateral steps. So we want him to sit up where his feet are straight. He's in a golf posture. He can hold the club like he normally would. And right foot, left foot, just slow control. Let's walk off to your right-hand side there. What's important here is that torso stays in the same general position. He doesn't have a big lean away from the direction he's going to step, and then work it right back. There you go. So look, these, to be clear, are quick, easy fixes that we're hopeful will have some positive impact on your game, but by no means are the entire answer.
Great.